G'day. Hello. Grand Rising. How are you? It is 5:55 in the morning. It's currently 16 degrees, 11% humidity, 0% UV, and 10 knots per hour, I think, is the wind measurement. Oh, I've been having such cool dreams lately. I've been having such cool dreams lately. So yeah, I'm just coming here live to do the normal morning meditation and to see what's going on for the day. Hey, so love and light to you and yours. That looks really bloody cool. Light to surround your mind, light to surround your heart, light to surround all 7 of your chakras, okay? How did you enjoy the sound bath short that I have created? How have you enjoyed the little bits and pieces that I've created for YouTube and kept up on YouTube? Let me know. The only feedback that I get is the feedback that you deliver to me. So, yeah. In the here and now, I would like to stretch a little bit. I worked out 2 days ago, so I'm ready to go back to the gym today and do chest and triceps. Now, I don't understand how to get the stretch down here. Normally, I would arc around. I feel like I'm too close to the camera for this. I feel like I should be further back here. Do you know what I mean? Or the camera's just at a weird angle. Is that better? Is that better? Whatever. Divine Mother, Holy Spirit, Heavenly Father. I'll go have a shower after this as well. I'm obviously wearing clothes. I'm obviously not naked. I'm wearing shorts. Chest out, shoulders back, I guess. Shirley! How are ya? How you doing, Shirley? Just breathing. It's too early to do anything else yet. You got some sleep? Are you safe? I had some pretty good dreams last night. So I feel like there was some peace last night in the world. Coffee butter. This world is huge. Went on a bit of a rabbit hole last night with YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. There is a lot happening in the United Western world. Sending a lot of love and light over there. I hope that everybody can help each other stay together, connected. Yeah, well, I mean, the stuff that's happening over in Palestine as well, that feels very much with all of the things and the bits and pieces that have been released into the internet, into the ether, recently, and then after the big portals that the world leaders, the world religious leaders opened up last year around the CERN experimentation. I'm interested in why we got these files about somebody that were dated from 2019. Now. Why now? And then, I mean, the conspiracy theorists used to use the words NWO. And now it's just common tongue. Why now? And then I've been seeing a lot of, well, I don't know why my YouTube feed brought that all to me, but then I saw a lot of people trying to display free speech inside of court structures and not being allowed to. I, for the most part, have recognized that common law is for us, humans, and regular law, business law, what law started as, is just for business. Marriage, it's just for business. It's just so that your president, prime minister, leader can ascertain where people are at. I don't know what's happening in your country, in your neck of the woods, but there's a lot more surveillance happening too. It's for our safety though, right? And these are the kinds of things that I rabbit hole on, and then I have to take 15 steps away to the back of the bus, to the front of the bus, and ask for some air because I don't know what to do with it as an individual. I don't know what to do with it as one person. So I just do my best to focus on what I can do in my timeline, in my space, in my energy. And to be honest, to be frank, I lately have been dealing with just getting out of bed. I lately have been dealing with making sure that I wash my clothes before I completely run out of it. Because I have a washing machine just here that I can access, but I don't. I would rather go and use a laundromat for different reasons. But different people have different reasons, and I said this yesterday in a reading that I did. There's a lot that happens around the world and we have no idea why. We can try and predict, we can try and analyze, we can try and foresee what's going on, but ultimately, if you are looking after yourself, if you're stewarding your own body, if you are capable of recognizing that you can feed yourself, you can clothe yourself, you can cut your own hair, or you can find somebody around you that can cut hair. Like, community is really important. And something that I was recognizing, a huge thing that I was recognizing inside of all of this rabbit hole that I was seeing, is people are starting to really be independent, really be independent. And I will say one thing about this independence, and I mean, Teal Swan does a way better job of explaining what this will do to society. So shout out to her. But yeah, unfortunately, independence is something that should be strived for, but cohabitation, coexistence is something that we all must still draw towards, have within our experience. Because if we're not willing to become connected again, again, what happens is these individuals who are standing up, they present much in the way of the war machine taking the best of our people, taking the top tier thinking, top physical bodied, top. They take the best of us and they put us inside of an arrow and they shoot us towards a battlefront. This is the same thing that's going to happen in small locations. If you are independent, which is great, if you are independent and you are trying to make change, do not try and do it by yourself. Remember the image in your head of one leader standing out on the edge of the cliff on a wooden board with everybody else standing on the cliff holding the wooden board in place. If no one stands on that wooden board, that leader out there in the air, basically on the piece of timber, is going to fall. Now, this is the picture though. If no one is willing to stand on that plate and one person does, whoever's in that role has an easy opportunity to see you, to spot you, to individualize you, to separate you, to segregate you. So it's important that you have your independence, but you understand why you have your independence. You have the ability to regulate yourself, but you understand why you're regulating yourself. You're not doing things to try and bypass. You're not doing things to try and escape. You're doing things to try and integrate to the moment, to the here and now. You're doing things so that you can make yourself comfortable. And if the only thing that you can do for yourself every single day is make yourself comfortable, that's right, and not be a sheep. I mean, I don't know. Don't be a sheep. By proxy, I understand. Don't be a sheep. A sheep follows very skittish, hoofed, hoofed feet, and so not very useful for long term. But anyway, our species is so confused. we are, we are, if we take the lens of evolution, we are descendants of primates. We're mammals. And if we have a look at what primates are doing in the current times, they're actually moving through some Stone Age technology themselves. But then so are the elephants. And I mean, ants have been doing that for a while. And yeah. And then we can look at just plant species, which once upon a time, a botanist that was traveling around Australia decided there was only really plant and animal species here on this country before they landed, which is interesting to me because I'm fairly certain that the Chinese and the Dutch had been trading with Indigenous Australians for a while. So it's interesting to me that the civilized of the world created such a genocide to create the country and countries that exist like mine or yours, maybe. Are you in a commonwealth? Are you in a country that got taken by boats and sails with bayonets and Bibles? Bareback. We're coming in. Not bad for a morning meditation. Just scramble everyone's brain at the top of the morning. Not just the British, it's also the Spanish. It's conquest is not new, sweetheart. That's the thing. We think it is. It's not. Do you know where Egypt is? Do we all know where Egypt is? Do you know what race? Like, if we think that our species is split by race, sure, but do we know who comes from, where is Egypt? Where is Egypt? And who comes from there? And what kind of civilization would build that kind of technology and then somehow be traveled across all around the world as a slave tribe? Explain it to me. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Hello? Why? This is not my regularly scheduled program. I don't know what's going on with this energy, but bro, literally, I've been looking up Egyptian workouts because I'm like, oh wait, okay, so even if they didn't have amazing technology, they would have had to be like stonemasons and like form workers. They would have had to have a lot of technology anyway. And then what happened to them? Is the sand from an ocean? Is the sand from a glass city? What happened? Like, I know because I've traveled into Australia and I traveled around Western Australia. I actually know because I stopped to use the bathroom, which is just nature when you're on the road and traveling around and there's no bathrooms nearby. I stopped on the side of the road and we were like 120 kilometers inland, mind you. And I stopped and then I looked at the ground because I thought I saw a shell. I looked at the ground and then there was shells and shell material and fossil material. And I was in the gully just off of the Nullarbor Road. We just did that upturn and we were going up towards the ridges of Perth. That whole gully. So from the edge of South Australia to sort of like just 2 hours in of the border, there's this huge like bowl. There's this huge bowl. Like it's like a canyon type thing. It's huge. And I was there peeing. Why is there shells there? Australia was underwater. Finally, I've started understanding the polarities have been shifting. The polarities have been shifting. The polarities have been shifting. I actually think that Earth moves around a lot, just not in our visceral, our experiential timeline. Like these floods, these this giants. There's so much information, and I don't know which direction to go in sometimes, so I just go in all of them. I sit and I listen and I try to understand and interpret, and I sit and wonder, and ultimately, the amount of tangents that I go on to during the editing process, that's when I see exactly how many tangents I go on. And yeah, I enjoy it. I'm not super afraid of telling people what I think because they're just thoughts, and I'm not trying to convince anybody that I'm right. I'm just trying to have my thoughts and find people who are maybe similar in the way of thinking. Because this world is huge. I don't want to be everybody's cup of tea. I'd rather be someone's shot of absinthe. You know what I mean? Alright. 2112. When I looked up. Harmony. Alright, I think I'm ready to go to the gym. That was fun. What is it all for? What are you doing with your day? What are you doing with your day? Are you living your dreams? Because no one's going to live them for you. So if you want to become massive, like I want to become massive, then you've got to go and break some shit down and build some shit up. So you got to recover, and you got to eat, and you got to rest, and you got to sleep, and you got to look after yourself. So do what you want with your body. And if you're ever moving towards politics, don't do anything by yourself. Remember, that's really what they want to happen for you. They want you to be standing alone so that you're easier to apprehend. Remember, there are more people than there are powers. And when you understand there are more people than there are more powers, all of those people have the same powers that the people with power have. So, do with that what you will. Remember how freaking powerful you are. You come from the same place that all these people around you do. So live your life. Be who you are. Become who you want to become. Become who you always have been. And stop being so shy. No one cares. No one cares. Not really. Until they do. And then by that point, you should care more than anyone else about what you're doing with your 24 hours of the day, okay? Go out and be beautiful. Go out and have fun. Go out and spread love and light. And if you can't be good, then at least be good at it. Because us light workers need work. Alright? Ciao. Have a good one. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Which isn't really saying much. Bye.